Hi, welcome back to another tutorial. In this one, we're after task number, I believe this is task number 6. Alright, so the race is pretty much set. Alright, so we're actually producing orthographic views from simple isometric blocks. Alright, and we're going to be tackling on this one here, similar to what we've been doing to all of the others. Now, we're going to start things off by first drawing a vertical line. Alright, then we'll offset that vertical line by 10 millimeters. Alright, then we'll need to determine the width of the object. Now in this case, it's saying that the front of the object is in the direction of x here, so the width is basically across here. So we need to determine the width. Now it says that the width is 75 millimeters. So what we'll do, we'll offset this line here by 75 millimeters. Once we offset that 75 millimeters, we're going to offset that line by 10 millimeters, similar to what we have been doing all along. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal line, then offset that horizontal line by 10 millimeters. Now our plan view is going to be up here, our front view, and then our left view over here. So starting off with our plan view, alright, we know the width already, so we need to know the depth. The depth of our object is 50 millimeters. So what do? We offset this line here up by 50 millimeters. Alright, once we have that in place, we now know that our plan view, let me switch this around, our plan view is going to be within this space here. Alright, this is where our plan view is going to be. Alright, so we can now start chopping out the different spots that should be there. Alright, now let's just keep things simple. Alright, now as you can see here, it's saying that this little cutout portion here is 25 millimeters wide, alright, and 12 millimeters in depth. Alright, so assuming that that is smack in the center of this. Alright, so what are we going to do? Let's just draw a rectangle. Let's draw a rectangle. REC, enter, click. The width of the rectangle is going to be 25 millimeter, tab key, and the depth of it is going to be 12 millimeter. Once you have that rectangle, we'll simply move it in place and place it smack in the center of this bigger rectangle here. So the only other portion left is this rectangle here, alright, which is 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters. I'm trying to find the thickness of it. Not sure how much that is. All we know that it is 20. Oh yeah, it's 25 millimeters. Alright, so let's draw that rectangle. Alright, so let's go REC, enter. Let's click. Alright, now the width of it is what? 20 millimeters. Tab key, 25 millimeters. Alright, so once we have that in place, we're going to move it in place to right in the corner there. Now we need to draw the red wedge portion here, and remember what I said, with these here, it's going to look like a rectangle. Alright, no matter what, it's going to look like a rectangle. We do not know how long it is, but we do know that from here to here is 20. So what can we do? We can simply enter. We can offset this line here over by 20 millimeters. So let's go offset, enter, 20 millimeters. Alright, and we know that this line will now extend over to touch it. So go, you can either extend or fillet. Yeah, I'm going to fillet in this case here. The option is yours though. Alright, then we have the shape. Believe it or not, we're literally done with the plan view. So let's now move on to the front elevation. Now in order to do the elevation, we need to determine the height of the object. Now based on what we're seeing here, it's saying that this height here of this little wedge portion here is 25, and it's saying that the thickness of this bottom part here is 12 millimeters. So we have 12 and we have 25. Alright, so that's about 37. So what are we going to do? We're going to offset this bottom line here by 37 millimeters. So offset that down by 37 millimeters. So it means that our front view is going to be within this space here. Alright, so let's now produce that there. Now we already know that x to explode that the base right here is 12 millimeters thick. So what we can do, we can offset that up by 12 millimeters. So let's go O, enter 12 millimeters and offset that up just like that. Which portion is missing? We need to draw this little cutout here. I represent those visible edges. All right, and we already have it here, so all we need to do is project lines down from the top there to get that portion there. All right, so we now know that the cutout is going to be where? Within this space here. All right, let's go ahead and add those to our construction there. All right, just like that. Now the only other portion that is remaining is the wedge itself. All right, now we know where the wedge starts. The wedge starts right here, and the wedge ends right here, which is right here. All right, so now we'll see the wedge running diagonally across here. So let's go ahead and draw that one in. So from here to there, these are now construction lines. Let's paste those on our construction there. All right, wonderful. And believe it or not, that is basically it. Now for this portion, we know that we're not seeing anything in the background here, as you can see. So what do? We can simply fillet the corners, or you can trim. The option is totally up to you at this point here. Now once we have our front view, we can now turn our attention to the end view. So let's go ahead and draw that 45-degree line that we love so much. All right, and then again we extend our lines over to touch our 45-degree line. Anywhere it touches the diagonal line, we simply project lines down. All right, just like that. Now these lines will have to be extended over, so why don't we go ahead and extend them over to touch our object like that. Wonderful. All right, these are our construction lines. All right, wonderful. All right, so now again we project lines over. Anywhere it touches the diagonal line, we come down. All right, now this is representing what? This is representing our wedge from the side view. All right, how do we know where the wedge is going to stop? We simply project, it stops right here. All right, so we project a line across similar to this. All right, now again, when you're looking at the end view, all right, you're not going to see the wedge shape. You're going to see what? A rectangle. All right, what does that rectangle look like? It's going to look like, let me just add this here, because let me show you something. Our end view is going to be within this space here. All right, remember we project lines across. Wherever I touch the diagonal line, we come down. So this, in this space, is where our end view is going to be. All right, and we have already decided or selected the portion that contains the end view for the wedge portion, which is here down, so it's right inside of this space here. This line is going to be extended all the way over to represent where it's going to stop. So it means that the wedge is going to be within this space here. So let me just go ahead and add that rectangular wedge inside of here. All right, and place these on our construction there to keep things simple. All right, so it stops there. All right, now the next thing that is missing is the little cutout. All right, how do we determine the cutout? We simply what? Project line across. Wherever it touches the diagonal line, we come down. All right, so when you're looking at the object, and place that on the construction here. All right, so there it is. All right, now when you're looking from this end here, this end here, you'll see all of these faces. You'll see here where 25 is, and across here. You will not see this part here because all of this here is hiding it. This is behind it. But we need to represent it. So we represent it using a hidden detail line. Alright, so we'll see the hidden detail line running up here. Alright, and we have already identified it by projecting a line across and then down, so we know that the hidden detail is going to be across here like this. So let me go ahead and pop that in right here. Alright, just like that. Now you recall that this here is the wedge. All of here is blank, nothing is there. It's not a solid object on this part. This is a cutout. So we'll not necessarily have anything here and down as a green line, because it's not, nothing is there, nothing is in the background. Alright, so you wouldn't see it. Alright, so what do? We get rid of those lines, clean up our drawings. And let me just see if I can probably put this on in detail here. And the construction layer, and then maybe I can just draw some lines in. You know what, let me just do a rectangle. So from here to here. Alright, just like that, and let's place everything on the construction layer. Alright, wonderful. Let's just match some properties. Alright, so what is missing now? What is missing? We are missing labels and annotations and the symbol. So let's go ahead and pop that in. So we have our symbol right here that we're copying. So CP, enter, grab onto that symbol there for the third angle, and let's paste it. Then our titles, our headings, CP, let's add it. So this is our plan view right there, and our front view and our left view. Our plan view is up top there. Alright, so right here. So what is now missing? We are missing our dimensions. We must dimensions all our drawing. Alright, so let's go and add those dimensions. So let's go to annotation tab. Let's switch over to our dimension there. Annotation tab, linear dimension, and let's pop those in. So from there to there. Alright, and let's add that one there, and let's continue. So there and there, and then on the side here as well, here to here, and then let's continue to the right here. Now we're underneath on this side here to there, and let's continue. Alright, underneath here, maybe we'll have to move these down a bit. Alright, so let's add those dimensions in now, here to there, and let's try that again, and let's continue. Let's add some more dimensions for the cutout and continue. Alright, on this side here, let's add some as well, there to there. Oops, let's keep things aligned. Alright, and let's continue. Alright, wonderful. Alright, we could pop in some overall dimensions for the overall width, and all of this as well, overall height. Alright, and yeah, that will be it. And believe it or not, we're done. We're done with task number whatever this one here is. Alright, so if you found this helpful, don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe. If I missed out anything, please leave that in the comment section. Alright, now I'll see you in the next one.